Hello everybody, my name is Namita Devi and I welcome you to my Excel club. In this video, we will be covering how we can clean up the data in our Excel files by applying some very good techniques. Data is the heart of any business and Excel plays a vital role in data analysis. Before you start working on any type of analysis on your data, the very first step that you need to perform is to clean up your data so that the data on which you will be doing any analysis, on which you will be creating any dashboards or reports, that data is hygienic and free of impurities. In this video, I will cover small but very good techniques on how you can clean up your data in Excel files. So let's get started. In the process of data cleaning, the very first step I would suggest to everyone is to clean up the extra spaces and any foreign characters in your data file. I'll take you to my computer screen and will tell you how we can do that. Alright, so I have different examples for the extra spaces. You can see I have trailing spaces, leading spaces in the text, I have spaces in between the text, I have a new line within the same cell, and I have some extra spaces in the blank cell. So most of the people use trim function to remove the extra spaces. So let's do that first. I will use equal to trim and then we'll choose the text and close the bracket, press enter. Copy this in formula from top to bottom. Now we will convert this formula to our values using paste special. I am copying and then doing paste special values, clicking on OK. Now you can see that using trim function, the next line in the same cell is still there. It is not removed using only trim function. So I always suggest everyone to use two functions together, which is clean and trim. So you can use equal to clean, trim, to choose your text, close your bracket, press enter, and then copy this formula from top to bottom, and then we will again convert our formulas with the paste special into values to see the result. Now you can see that the new line in the same cell does not exist, the extra spaces is also removed. So always use two functions together, clean and trim, to remove your extra spaces and any foreign characters from your Excel file. Whenever you will receive your data in Excel format from your client, from your managers or from your team, you will always see blank cells in your file, and these blank cells won't look good when you will create your dashboards and reports, and they really create problems when you apply pivot tables or filters in your data. So now we will see how we can treat these blank cells. I have 5 columns in my data in the Excel, and in column D I have some blank cells, and we are going to treat these blank cells. You can select your entire data by using your mouse or by pressing Ctrl+A key from your keyboard. Press F5 key, a shortcut F5 key from your keyboard. It will open a go to dialog box. Click on this button special and select this button blanks. Click on OK. It will highlight all the blank cells that you have in your entire data. All the cells will be grayed out except one, which will be your active cell. You can write anything in this cell. I am writing not received, and then press Ctrl+ enter from your keyboard. If you will press only enter, then the data which you have written in the active cell will not be pasted in the grayed out cells. Let's do one more thing. I am doing Ctrl+Z and let's put some extra spaces in this cell, and then perform the same steps, selecting the entire data, pressing F5 key from your keyboard, dialog box, special, blanks, OK. You can see that this cell is not highlighted because Excel treats extra spaces as a text value. So for Excel, this is not a blank cell. So this is the importance of cleaning and trimming the data in your file. So let's do it. Equal to clean, trim, select your text and close the bracket, press enter, copy this formula till the end, and we are going to replace column D with these values using paste special. Remove this column F because it is of no use. Now you can see that this cell is not having any extra spaces now. Now when you will perform the same steps again using the go to dialog box, then it will highlight all the blank cells for you. So this is how we can treat the blank cells in our data set. Before starting analysis on your data, you must check that there should not be any duplicates in your data, because if you have duplicates in your data, then the result in the analysis will not be accurate. So we'll see how we can treat those duplicate cells in our data. In this data, we can see that row number 7 and 8 are duplicates and row number 11 and 12 are duplicates. So there are two ways of treating your duplicate values. One is just to highlighting them and then manually remove them, and the other one is directly removing the duplicates. In this data, I have employee ID, location, gender, salary and email address. So these three columns, location, gender and salary, can have duplicate values, which is fine, but in employee ID and email address, I should not have any duplicates. It should contain the unique values. So select these two columns, click on conditional formatting, click on highlight cell rules and then click on duplicate values. It will highlight the duplicate values for you. You can check them and then manually delete them. I'm doing Ctrl Z now, and let's do it in other way. If I want to remove the duplicate values directly without any manual intervention, so select your entire data and then you can go to data option, then go to remove duplicates. Now in this pop-up window, if you uncheck this box, my data has headers, it will select your headers. If you check this box, it will not select your header in the selection area. Now to delete duplicate values, you need to select one or more columns that contain duplicates. So I know that my column employee ID contains duplicates, so I am checking this box, clicking on OK, and you can see that the duplicate values has been removed. It will remove the entire row, so you need not to worry that it has removed the duplicates only from column A, but it has removed the entire row for you. Checking spellings in the Excel seems to be a small step, but it is very, very important, guys. Let me tell you why. For example, if you have a column in your data on which you will be doing some analysis, and that data is, say, a country data, and you have different country names. For example, if you have some spelling mistakes in your country, then Excel is going to treat both of them different options. So at the end, your result will be inaccurate. You will have, two different countries with the same name, but because of the spelling errors, they are appearing on the two different lines. So let's see how we can do a spell check quickly with a shortcut. Here I have taken a small data set. In the location column, you can see that I have the spelling of India is incorrect, the spelling of Australia is also incorrect, the spelling of male is also incorrect. So we will see how this will behave in the pivot table. I am running a pivot table on this data set. We will check on the location, and you can see that there are two options with Australia. Because of the spelling error, these two options are appearing differently. So we will use a shortcut key F7 to spell check our data set. I am pressing F7 key from my keyboard. You can see that it is suggesting me to change all the spellings that I want to change in my data, which the Excel feels that they are wrong. So I will change all of them. Spell check is complete. You are good to go. And now I am going back to my pivot table and refresh this pivot table. Click on refresh, and now you can see that you have single option of Australia and India with the correct counts. So this is the importance of spelling. We should check spellings before we are analyzing our data, and the shortcut key for spell check is pressing F7 key from your keyboard, and keep pressing F7 key till the time you get the message that the spell check is complete and you are good to go. Delimiting technique helps you to separate out your data. For example, if you have a column with full name of some people and you want to separate out or split out the data into first name and last name, then you can use this technique. We will take one more example wherein I have a list of email addresses and I want to check how many domain names are available in that email list. So let's see how we can do that by using this delimiting technique. I have one column email address, column E, which contains email address of some of the employees of an organization, and say suppose the corporate email address of those employees are having @abc.com domain name. I have some personal domain names also available in my data, which is @gmail.com. So I want to check out how many domain names are available in this column E. So I am selecting this column E, press Alt plus D E keys from your keyboard, and then a pop-up window will appear. Do not change anything in this because you have already selected delimited. Click on next. Now I want to separate out my data with @ key because it will give me the domain names like this. You can see that my data has been splitted. Now click on next and do not change anything here as of now. Click on finish. Now you will have your data in two columns. One is before @ which is in column E, and one is after @ which is in column F. Now you can see that F column contains the domain names. I am filtering out my data. Go to home, click on filters. Now you can see that I have two options available for my domain name. One is abc.com. I have few employees with some corporate email addresses and a few employees with gmail.com, some personal email addresses. So this is how you can check how many domain names are there in my data email addresses. Many a times you will see that in your data some of the texts are in uppercase, some are in lowercase, some are in proper format. So they don't look good when you will create a dashboard. They will appear in the same way that they are appearing in the data. So we have to change all of them in the proper format or in the same format. So let's see how we can do that. I have some text in lowercase, some in uppercase, and let's convert all of them into different formats. So to change the text in completely uppercase, you can use the function, predefined function of Excel, which is equal to upper. Choose your text and press enter. It has converted all the words into uppercase. To convert in lowercase, you can use equal to LOWER, lower, select the text and press enter. It has converted all your words into lowercase. To convert in proper case, you can write equal to proper and then select the text, press enter. You can see that the first alphabet of each word is in uppercase and the remaining is in lowercase. So this is how you can change the upper and lower cases in your data set. Sometimes in your Excel file you have seen that some of the cells, some of the text, some columns and some rows are highlighted in different colors, and it is distracting you from doing any analysis on your data. It is distracting you to understand what this data is talking about. So we can remove all the formatting in one go, and let's see how we can do it. So on my screen you can see that I have different colors in my data set. I have yellow, brown, green, blue colors, and I don't want any color in my data to analyze because they are distracting for me. So for that you need to perform few steps. Select your entire data. I am doing Ctrl A from my keyboard. From the top right corner you can see this option clear. Click here and then choose clear formats. It will clear out all your formattings in your data. If you want that my header should not be impacted, then while selecting your data set, do not select your headers. Go to clear formats. It will vent out all your formattings that you had in your data. Your border lines have also been gone, so you can get them back from clicking the border lines from the top. So this is how you can clear unwanted formattings from your data file. I hope that you will also apply all these approaches in your data cleaning like I do. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you for watching and have a happy day.